Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be sharing a 12 by 12 layout, and I'm going to be doing the Scrap 5 June challenge. And there you saw the 5 items that we'll be using today. So on the list we have flowers, we have bling, and I'll be using those gems right there. We also have a colorful or rainbow on our layout, and I'm going to be using this background here, and this is a background I created for a previous layout and never used, so I'll use that one today. And we also have a circle element, which I'll be using the buttons there, and 3 photos. And here are the photos I'm using of my daughter's first birthday. You can see in these photos they're not perfect. There are elements in the background that I did not want to be seen on my layout, so I'll go ahead right now and arrange my photos in a way that I will not see those elements in the background. So you can see that I'm trying to cover it up. Now I am going to go ahead and list all of the items I used today down in my description box. I'll also go ahead and link all of the ladies participating today in my description box as well. So be sure to go on over to their channels and check out their layouts where they use these 5 items. Now, if you would like to participate with us and do the challenge using these 5 items, just go ahead and let us know in the comments where we can see your layout. And if you share it on Instagram, you can use the hashtag, which I'll add to my description box, and that will be hashtag scrap5. So my rainbow colorful pattern paper is matted on some blue cardstock, and my photos I'm gonna mat on some white cardstock just to have them stand out against that very colorful pattern paper. So I'm gonna add my title in here using some white foam alphas, some small ones and some larger ones that spelled out the words "Make a Wish." And you can see everything is pretty much centered right now on the background, but I will scoot everything over towards the left, actually just 2 of my photos, and I put my title over to the right side just to have everything balanced off a little better after adding in the twine on the left of my layout. I did consider adding it to the bottom, as you can see before, but I added it in to the left side. And here I'm going to use a glue dot just to go ahead and cross it over towards the front of my background there. And basically I just pull the left twine to the right side, adhered it, and pull the left twine to the right side and adhered it, as I'm showing you right there. And later on, that does not make a difference because I will cover that up with my flowers. So there you can see I pulled over the bottom photo towards the left side, and I'm adding my title to the right of that photo. So I wanted to have a little hint of silver on my layout because part of my flowers have a silver center. So I pulled in the doily here, and I'm going to tuck it behind the white doily because I just wanted that little hint of silver. I did not want it to be too bold because this layout is pretty busy as it is already with all of these colors on there, so I didn't want everything competing with each other. So you can see I cut my doilies in half, and I'm adding the other half to the bottom, creating a cluster down below, and then I'm just cutting off the excess. So next I'm gonna work with some word phrases, and I believe these are from Crate Paper, Maggie Holmes collection. I'm not sure which collection, but I'm going to use these word phrases here just to cover up the dates that's on these photos. I'm just picking out the ones that work well with these photos, with whatever they say on there. And then I'm going to begin a cluster to the top of that left photo right there. So I'm going to layer up this word phrase together with a label. I'm stapling them together, and I'll begin that cluster to the left side. So here I'm just going to continue building my clusters using these word phrases, some stickers, and I'm going to add my flowers in. So I'm adding in my flowers right now, and I will move things around a little bit until I find exactly where I want them to be. I will add those two to the left side of the layout. I add that one in right there next to that photo on the right, and I do trim off the excess right there. And I added one to the bottom cluster as well. So here you can see I'm adding in a puffy sticker, and I rearranged all of the elements down below so I can fit that puffy sticker in. And from that same sticker sheet, I have the word fun. And I'm gonna add that to the center of the layout towards the left. Now, I will add some flowers in around the word fun. And later on in this process, I will move that word up towards the top of the layout instead. If you look right now, you can see my bottom cluster is pretty large compared to the top left corner of the layout, and that made me feel like it wasn't balanced well. So I will move things around and just make it a little heavier towards the top left of this layout. But right now I'm just gonna go ahead and change the alphas that I used for my title because I felt like the other ones were a bit too small. So I'm gonna use these Pink Fresh Studios white puffy alphas for the entire title, and I think that looks a lot better. And there you can see I added my flowers in to the left of that photo. So now I'm adding in the circle element from our list, and I'm using these buttons, and I do go with the peach colored buttons. As you can see, there are different sizes and different shades of pink in that little pack there. And I'm gonna adhere them to my background using some liquid glass, and that is from Close to My Heart. I'll go ahead and link it in the description box. And that's what I use to hold heavier embellishment pieces in place. It does a really good job of holding pieces such as wood veneer pieces, acrylic pieces, or even metal. It will hold it in place really well. So that's what I use to adhere those buttons. And now I'm going to go ahead and build up that top left cluster just to balance things out a lot better than it is right now. So I'm going to use these doilies. Once again, I am going to cut these in half. The part that you're not going to see, I will go ahead and use it on right next to the photo that's on the right, and you'll see that in just a few moments. But right now I'm just adding in another piece of silver and some more of the white and just building up that cluster. And you'll see I will move the word fun towards the top, and those elements that I'm adding in right now, I move them down towards the center instead. So now I'm going to go ahead and add in those leftover doily pieces to the right side of the layout. And I'm going to tuck it right under the photo and adhere it using some liquid adhesive. So next up, I am going to add a Dooley border to the top and bottom clusters. And you'll notice that I do not go all the way to the end. And I'm using my white gel pen to add that in. I also add in some splatters using white acrylic ink. And I did manage to get just a few splatters on my photo, but that's fine. It wasn't too bad. Right now I'm just adding in my gems, and then I'll give you guys a close-up look at the completed layout, and I really love how this turned out. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the process today, and if you did, don't forget, give me a thumbs up before you leave. And check out my description box for the links to everyone participating today. Don't forget, if you take part in this challenge with us, go ahead and let us know where we can see your layout. And I hope you guys join us again next month in July for another Scrap 5 challenge. So I want to thank you all for watching today, and until my next video, bye.